in New Jersey. It's the AFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Back at the 18-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Davis. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. From the gun, Davis in trouble, and he's taken down.
The quarterback sack.
That next teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 1st and 10, Westbrook. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL. Into heavy traffic, and the ball is knocked out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Good job, good job.
From 13 yards out, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet.
At their own 25-yard line.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did, but there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
It's caught outright by Graham. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Operating from the gun, Davis. And the Raiders have got him.
Quarterback taken down and sacked.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I'll tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Throwing on 1st down. Westbrook. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
First down.
From the gun, Westbrook. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Gain of 9.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
First down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
That 14-yard pickup, that's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Down, Las Vegas.
On 1st down, Westbrook firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either call pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And he's unable to haul it in.
Entering screen resume.
And so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
And his kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game.
Jets, nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Davis from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, or they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On second down now, Hannah. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Davis now to throw on 3rd down. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And he'll give it here to his running back. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play that time for the Raiders. 63 yards on the ground. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Back to throw. Westbrook. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Daniels on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
They're on the 28-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Davis on 1st and 10. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Davis. He gets it left side to Johnson. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Davis. And the pressure gets to him again. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
Looking to throw. Westbrook. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now Davis on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Davis throwing on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete from the contact.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Davis. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
The line of scrimmage.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Davis. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Sets up.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation,
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we're at halftime. You sure you're ready for the third quarter? You need to use the bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down back at the 29.
To throw on second down. Westbrook. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Operating from the gun. Westbrook. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Westbrook. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 3 yards out, and the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground. Hannah. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Davis now on 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Davis. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
For the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So out come the Raiders. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
What's
guy,
going on the defensive side?
that's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Throwing right, and that's complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A lone 2nd remains now in this 3rd quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. Back to throw. Westbrook looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And this offense is running away with this one. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership to get a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. From the gun, Davis. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Operating from the gun, Davis. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. From the gun, Davis. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 9-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Throwing on first down, Westbrook. And he's got his man on the out route.
The pass.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's probably run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind this.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early? Learn from them.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. Past the 20. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And this is complete. It's Allen. And the Jets are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The kick is good.
And this one through the uprights and good. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 26 yards on the play there. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs.
First down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Final score.